To quote Francis Bacon, I'm optimistic about nothing. And I don't mean about nothing, I'm just optimistic even though there may not be grounds for optimism. To make art is an optimistic thing. My first object is my shoe. White trainers that I took a Sharpie to and scribbled on. It has a kind of patina of life with this kind of energy from the scribble. I think it's like that whole thing of just having a pencil and just scribbling the whole time, which is kind of, in a way, the first artistic instinct, perhaps. One of my favorite objects is this finger. I think what's really interesting now is that 3D printing is for making sculpture what photography was to painting at the beginning of the 20th century. I think it's a revolution in how one can make artworks. Obviously, there'll be a lot of rubbish artworks, of which this might be one, but hopefully not. Plastic, the way that it decomposes and enters the environment is one of the most disturbing things in the world at the moment. But there's also something incredibly beautiful about it. It will outlast us all and our civilization. And to me, that material paradoxicality is one of the great interesting things about it. It's the head of William Blake, a cast made from his lifetime. It's not a death mask. You can slightly see him wincing a little bit at the wet plaster that's been put on his face. And there's a kind of life to these features that's, I think, really quite interesting. So I always have this, I've had this sculpture in my studio since the 1980s. One of my favorite things is this paper suit that I wear when I'm painting. And I like also that I can cover it in paint and paint on it. And in fact, I've turned some of them into artworks by painting on them after I've used them or halfway through. If you have the suit covered in paint after you've been working or covered in something, it's like a memory of that moment. I suppose the artwork itself is the concentration of all those moments, but this is the kind of unconscious of it, because it's covered in marks that I didn't intend to make. I think the difference between making art and its reception is that art's around forever. Really, I'm making art for people who haven't been born yet, as well as people who are around now, and who knows what they're going to think about anything.